been making videos on this channel for a couple of years now, and one thing I've always get asked is in regards to how I edit, what I use to edit, and if there's some editing tips that I can provide for you guys. So I just want to answer everything in this video. I'll be dividing this video into 5 categories, so if you want to skip around to these parts, I'll leave links right here for you guys to click on. We will be discussing how I got into YouTube, editing 101, so the Q&A with frequently asked questions, building your channel and how to upload, how I make money and avoid copyright, and of course, lastly, my favorites. I have everything written down in my notebook, so I'm just gonna go look through everything. In elementary school, I used to be part of the gifted program, and one advantage we had as gifted kids is we were allowed to do the school news. We would alternate between anchoring, cameraman, weatherman, and editing, and picking which camera A, camera B, camera C. But that was like the basics for school news, so that's how I got into the whole film and camera stuff. In middle school, we had a project in social studies. One of the things we had was commercials between our news project, and we recreated 𝐬𝐮𝐩𝐸𝐵 videos basically. So if you remember the big jumpy green ball, that's one of the things we recreated because we really loved 𝐬𝐮𝐩𝐸𝐵 at the time. So that's like when YouTube just started. You can tell how old I am based off that. Once I got into high school, that's when I actually started like building different types of channels. Let me tell you, there's like 5 different channels I made. So the first channel I made was just my name, 𝐬𝐻𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐻. It wasn't really a channel, it's just where I uploaded video tributes. I'll put like an example right here, but that was like one of my first ever videos. Then I transitioned into Miss 𝐬𝐻𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐻, which is where I made lyric videos. Then I wanted to make actual fan video edits, so that's when I had 𝐜𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥, and I don't know how I got this channel name, I just remembered I made it. So my first ever actual edit was for Vampire Diaries, that I would consider a real edit. And then as I was having that channel, I had my Stardoll Makeup Queen channel, and at the time I was a lot on the website called Stardoll, where you make your own profiles, you make your own Barbie, and you could put makeup and stuff. And what I did was I had my Stardoll friends give their dolls a makeover, and I would film the process, or sometimes I would just do like makeup tutorials on my doll, which was basically me being a guru before a virtual website. And then I made one Dream Queen, which is where we are today, and the only reason I made this channel was actually for a Little Mix contest. So if you go to my very first upload, it's a Little Mix submission for a Harlem Shake, and it got a lot of views, and yeah, that's how I started. It was because of Little Mix I made this channel. So I use 3 types of programs. The main one that I use is Sony Vegas and After Effects. Premiere Pro is what I use for my school edits. Premiere Pro is what I use to edit film, and then Sony I use for like edits, just edits. One pro that I like about Sony is that they have really good coloring, and you could get really good presets as well for and After Effects has really good effects that you can use, but I still haven't like learned how to use it. One downside of Sony Vegas is you need a Windows, and I use a Mac. Look at my cover. But I downloaded Parallels, which is a separate program that allows you to download Windows, and then you can use Windows on a Mac. So that's only one downside if you want to use Sony Vegas and you're a Mac user. What else? Mac user. Make sure that you buy an external hard drive, at least 1 terabyte, because you're gonna need to save everything on there. And I recommend saving Parallels on your desktop, but then Windows on your external drive, so that way your Mac doesn't get cluttered with the Windows system. And then how do I get the clips that I use so HD? Mainly I use the 4K video downloader for YouTube videos. So you just copy the link from the video you want to download, put it into the 4K downloader, and you can pick either video or audio in any format. Other website, you would just go to online video converter. How long does it take to edit? It really depends on what you're editing. Like the last upload that I had was literally made in 30 minutes. For my dang edit, I made it an hour a day for 3 days, so 3 hours. I can only speak from my personal experience on how I edit, so keep in mind that everyone's different, and when you're editing, you're gonna make your own process. What I like to do is, once you have really nice audio and how long you want it, then divide it into sections. Be only focused on that section. 10 to 15 seconds, just only focus on that, and then lay out my clips. Then I go in and add the coloring, and then I go in and add the text and effects. So I do it like in that sort of process. I personally like to have inspiration when I edit, so either from a song, a movie, a storyline, a show, anything, basically music videos. Even if it's out of boredom, there's a lot of videos I made out of boredom. One thing they all have in common is that they have a goal. Even for the bored videos, I know my goal is to make it make it cohesive at least, and make it match what I'm editing, if that makes sense. Like even for the BTS meme edit that I made, my goal was to make a meme edit, but it was out of boredom, you know what I'm saying? And have deadlines. Deadlines help a lot, because I know when I'm in school and I have a deadline, I'm more determined to do the project than if I just don't have like a specific day I need to upload it by. So I always give myself a week to finish an edit. How long did it take for you to get the process down? I can't really answer that. Even though I know a lot about editing, there's still a lot that I want to do. If you look at my old videos compared to now, it's a big improvement, but it's only because I keep practicing and doing different things and looking up tutorials. So just make sure you're always hands-on. So make sure you're always hands-on when you're editing. Honestly, when you look back on your stuff, just know that a year later you're not going to be happy with it. With my Holy Trinity, Everybody Get Down edit, I do not like the colorings at all. There's some parts I don't like the transitions, I don't like the text, but like it worked out at the time. But inspiration can be all over. For the butterfly edit that I made, I literally saw a butterfly and I was like, oh, I want to make a butterfly video. Like, but if you're really stuck, I would highly recommend just watching a lot of edits and then try to copy them. Not necessarily copy, but try to do what they do, but make it your own. If you're inspired by somebody, give credit. For my 𝐬𝐮𝐩𝐸 edit that I made, I was inspired by somebody else, and I put in the description that I was inspired by them because I did not want people to think that I copied. But you can tell if you look at their video and my video, that's totally different. Somewhat similar, but totally different. Once you have a really good layout and good username, make sure all your uploads look nice. You can do upload defaults, so when you upload a video, all your stuff that you always have to have will be uploaded defaultly. I think that's a word. I don't know if everyone reads them, but I like reading people's description box, so always have a good box. Always add end credits on your videos. I've recently been doing this because YouTube has a feature where you can put in other videos so people can link on and jump to. If you're editing something like that, make sure you're using the hashtag #FanVidFeeds, which was made by SunnyVids. So I really highly recommend you tag your videos with that and then click on that hashtag, because you can see so many other types of edits for different shows and artists and all of that. So it's really good just to see like inspiration from other people, even if you don't know the show or artist, because a lot of edits that I like, I've never seen the show, I've never heard a song from the person they're editing from. I just really like the editing, so yeah. And of course, in your description, make sure you have all your social media and share on all of them. Majority that I share on is on Instagram, and make sure you have your own highlight story so people who come on your Instagram can see it. And then Twitter, I always personally like to keep it pinned. So once I upload it, I keep it pinned for like a week. So that way when people come on your profile, they can automatically see it and automatically click it. I don't know what's wrong with my throat. And if you can, do some collaborations, especially if you're a fan vid editor, or the term is if you're a vidder. Fun fact, fan videos started because of Star Trek. I think the regulations for YouTube now are different. You have to have a certain amount of subscribers, I think 1,000. So if you're just starting, build up your subscribers and build up your views. And then once you get approved, that's when you can go ahead and get some money. If you are a YouTube partner and you want to get money for the video you're uploading, always do a unlisted test. If you upload a video unlisted, it's still gonna get monetized, but no one's gonna see it, only you. But that's just a check to see if your video passes monetization. Once it passes monetization, you can already make it public. But before you make it public, make sure you have a nice thumbnail. One tip I like for people to know is when you're using audio, try to use non-copyrighted audio that includes lyrics. Like what I did for my 𝐬𝐮𝐩𝐸 edit, that song is not copyrighted. Camera stopped. When you're making your own audio and you want to use a copyrighted song, one rule that I like to use is rearranging the audio. So if you ever notice my long edits, if I use the whole song, I rearrange it. But just keep note that if the video is on long enough, YouTube's gonna catch on and demonetize your video, but at least you'll get some money over the time that it's monetized. For example, my Holy Trinity edit, it was monetized, but by the time it got really big, they demonetized it. So like I used majority 15 to 20 seconds of the song, rearranged it, but make it flow. So like one thing I really like about editing is getting a foundation in your audios. I know one channel, she has a Patreon where she makes money giving away colorings, giving away overlays, giving out tutorials on that Patreon. I personally don't have time to do that, so I just collect money that I make on YouTube, and honestly it's not a lot, but it's like good side money. avoiding copyright from other people, make sure you watermark your stuff, especially if you're editing. I tried to do it now in the beginning. I also have the little watermark right, I don't know where it is, here or here. If they screen record it, they can still see the logo. If you really care about copyright, make sure you like have it somewhere where they can't crop it out or put it in the video between your edits. I personally don't care. As long as you leave a link that it's from me and be like, oh, it's from One Dream Queen. I forgot what channel it was, but they uploaded like 200 something coloring so you can use for Sony Vegas. I'll put something here. I'll put something there. I've recently been making my own colorings, but like when I started out, I liked looking at other people's colorings. Always search on YouTube. YouTube has all your tutorials, coloring, text, overlays. Look up giveaways. A lot of people, when they reach milestones on their channels, they like to give away stuff, so I really like that too. Effects that I don't like and do like. I do not like Instagram edits that are really quick because it's just pop, 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 effect, effect, effect. There's nothing thought out. I do not like 2D, 3D effects. I don't want to like put examples because I feel like that would offend somebody. If you look at my videos, it's very simple editing with just a few effects, a few texts, overly done edits. I'll put examples that I do like, but I personally can't do them yet. Never say never. Favorite editors, I'm gonna list them out right here because I cannot remember by memory. I know Whisper of Dreams is like my main channel that I love. For my own personal edits, I really like my 𝐬𝐮𝐩𝐽 edit, the butterfly edit, the drown edit, 𝐬𝐮𝐩𝐽𝐨 little quick edit that I made. All my 𝐬𝐮𝐽𝐨 videos, honestly, because I like 𝐬𝐮𝐽𝐨, so 𝐬𝐮𝐽𝐨 is my bias if you didn't know. I don't know, I like all my videos. I sometimes watch my own videos. Is that kind of weird? I'm either proud of it or I look back and like, what would I have done differently if I had known how to do that effect or that text. Speaking of fonts, I'm gonna give away a packet of fonts. I have a folder that I've built up over time that you guys can use. Free fonts for everybody, font giveaway. I think that's it. Isn't that right, Vaughn? A lot of the questions besides editing was like BTS related or K-pop related. So if you want a separate video for that, let me know in the comments like what exactly you would like. Me and Vaughn are gonna head on out and edit this, put it together and post it for you guys. Also, I have all the BT21 dolls, plushies. What are you called? I personally have an idea I want to do with them, but if you have any other ideas what to do with them, let me know because I spent a lot of money on these, so I want to like use it to my advantage. That'll be all for this video. If you have anything else that you want to let me know about, let me know down below. I don't know how to end videos. Okay, how about I just back away? Just back away from the back away.